Hello and welcome into the Armada training update. The NASL fall season continues, Cole, and we have a lot to talk about today. But first, let's start with that draw against Minnesota United. The Armada was up 3-1 late in the second half. What happened?
Well, obviously, a couple of things. One, kind of a fluke goal, and then you had Sean Nickloff get a second yellow card. And the Armada had to play down a man the rest of the way. And so some of those things, you don't think, it's not really systemic. One of the things that did happen was they had their best attacking day of the fall season. And I don't think it's any coincidence that having Pascal Million and Akil Barrett available to go with Keita and Jamal Johnson really added to that. And that's a big part of what we saw. So in the small picture, it was a rough loss, or it felt like a loss, it was a draw. In the big picture, we're starting to see that when those components are in there, the attack can be very potent.
So the Armada doesn't have their full starters yet, but if they are back, when will they be back, and what would it look like?
Yeah, and that's really the big question, and you wonder, particularly putting Marcos Flores in, what will the attack look like? What will they do? What can they do? How do you make the decision on who to play where? Do you bring Akil off the bench? Do you try to find a way to get Marcos in there with those four? I mean, imagine what that would look like. I think it's a good problem to have for Guillermo Hoyos, but it's something that he's going to have to manage. Remember, the last time they had pretty much a full complement of players was the last time they went to Tampa, and they got off 22 shots in that match, the most they've had all year.
I think it was one of their most successful matches, and they played so well against Tampa Bay, which is where they're headed Saturday night in Tampa Bay. What are your outlooks?
Well, I expect that it will be a slower field because it's been raining
tremendously.
People are building arcs and leading the animals 2x2 down in Tampa.
I think the
right
Rowdies
now
actually have a helicopter trying to dry the field.
They did that, yeah, and got some attention because they pushed the ball into the net with it. So that was impressive. This is a big match for the Armada to at least gain a point on the road. 3 points would be massive for the Armada to get it done against the Rowdies.
Well, hopefully they get those 3 points on the road. It would be their first win on the road, and I know that's definitely something their fans want to see.
No doubt about it.
So thanks so much, Cole. For the latest on the Armada, please visit armadafc.com and, of course, the YouTube channel. I'm Krissty Andaur.
And I'm Cole Pepper.
See you next week.